everyone, I'm Melissa here and welcome to your Melissa Moment. Hello everyone, I'm Melissa here. Welcome to your Melissa Moment and welcome to Try It Thursday. Okay, story time. So I needed to pick up a few little groceries, and where I live, we have a very small kind of grocery store called Pitchfork Markets. I've shopped here probably, a handful of times. I really like it for a few reasons. Number one, it is a smaller grocery store, so they don't have everything. That's kind of the downside of it. Some of the positives, they do showcase a lot of local products, organic products, things like that. And when it comes to things like produce, they typically sell things in small quantities. And for me, that's great because in my house, I'm the only one that eats a lot of lettuce, for example, and buying, a bag of even 3, romaine hearts, I won't eat all of that before it goes bad. But at Pitchfork Market, I can buy 1 romaine heart and it's perfect. So a lot of good things. So I stopped in at Pitchfork just to pick up a few things. I think I got maybe like 8 things or whatever. It was fine. Another thing is very small. They literally have 1 till and 1 cashier. Now, with that said, I've never really had to stand in line for very long. Again, it's a smaller grocery store, so people aren't typically buying a whole cart full of items. Usually people have a little basket, right? And that's about it. They do also have a deli, a restaurant. Okay, this is a grocery store with a restaurant. Not only that, it is a licensed restaurant. I believe they're the first grocery store to be licensed in, I think, Saskatchewan. So they have happy hours and that kind of thing, like awesome. Anyway, that's what we're talking about today. So I picked up my items. I went to the till. There was one gentleman working the till, very nice. And he was actually setting up some samples. And he said, "Oh, I've got some samples today of wheat crunch." He's like, "We have ketchup and we have ranch. Please feel free to take some samples on your way out." And I was like, "Oh, I think I will," because I have seen wheat crunch in the stores before. I've seen them on the shelves. I've been intrigued, but they're a little bit of a pricier item, and I don't like to buy a pricey item if I'm not really sure what I'm getting, because I would hate to buy it and hate it and waste that money. So lucky for me, he was giving us samples of it. So I paid for my groceries. I took 1 little sample of each, took them to my car, and I was going to save the samples and bring them home to try with you. But I was kind of hungry. Not gonna lie, I was hungry. I'm like, I'm just gonna eat them now. It's fine. So I ate the ketchup one first. Okay, it was all right. I'm a ketchup person. Like when it comes to like things like ketchup chips, they're my favorite. So I thought I liked the ketchup the most. I'm not a huge ranch person, but I tried the ketchup first. They were okay. Not something that I was like, ooh, I gotta buy a bag of that. The ketchup was fine. Then I tried the ranch. I don't know what is in you. You guys, like taste explosion in my mouth. So good. And it's hard to put my finger on it, but it almost reminded me of eating movie theater popcorn. You know when you're eating movie theater popcorn and at the end of that bite, there's just like that flavor that's just boom, movie theater. I'm in a movie theater, I'm eating popcorn. That kind of feeling. And I love movie theater popcorn, but it's so bad for me. So anytime I can find, a healthier alternative, great. This might be it for me, you guys. This might be my now movie treat. Um, so I'm sitting there and I'm loving the ranch. And I'm like, wow, this is really good. So I'm sitting in my car and I'm like, I would buy a bag of that. And I'm just like, you know what? Next time I'm in a store where I see Wheat Crunch, I will just pick up a bag. That's what I'll do. Um, but then I sat there for a moment and I'm like, you know what? Wait a second. My background is retail. I have a background in merchandising. And as someone who's worked retail, you're going to understand this. If you're someone that is either working retail or has worked retail, you will understand what I'm saying. When you either have samples to give to people or you create a beautiful display of whatever your product is that you're selling, the moment that someone, a customer, takes something off that display that you created and goes to the till to purchase it is an amazing feeling. Because of your merchandising, because of how you chose to display your products, you have enticed a customer to purchase an item. That's your job, and you did it well. And anytime I've given out samples before and someone actually buys that sample, that feeling again is so good because it's like they bought it, like they did it, yay. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to march myself back in that store and I'm going to buy a bag of Wheat Crunch Ranch. You guys, this was the best decision I made today. The best decision. You want to know why? I walked in. I don't know his name. I wish I would have paid more attention to his name. I walked in. I started beeline it to the till. I didn't see him at the till. He was just over by customer service. So as I'm walking to the till, he sees me and he had this moment. You can tell, right? He had this moment of, uh-oh, what's wrong? What did I forget? What did I do wrong? Why are you back, right? So as I'm walking to the till and I see his brain going, oh my God, what happened? What I miss? I said to him, I'm like, you got me with your sample. I will take a bag of the ranch. You guys, it was everything I wanted it to be. This gentleman, he immediately like air punch, just like, yeah. And like he didn't say it loud, but he did verbally go, yay. Like he didn't scream it, but it was loud enough that other people would have noticed. He was so happy. He was so happy. And I don't know, this was fairly early in the morning. This was like around 10:30 in the morning. So, a little bit after they opened, but not so late in the day that they've had tons of customers. So I think he literally was just putting the samples out. And I think he may have had a conversation, maybe an argument with a manager or a supervisor, because as soon as I said that and he did his, yeah, he made eye contact with someone. I didn't turn around to look. Someone kind of off behind me, probably a little ways away. He made eye contact and he said, I did it. So I don't know if maybe he was trying to say, hey, we should give out free samples. It might help us sell stuff. And the supervisor and manager was like, no, that's not going to work. Or no, we don't do that. I don't know. But there was some kind of another level of communication going on that somehow I was a part of, but not really a part of. You guys, he was so happy. He had the biggest smile on his face, and you could tell he was just proud that his idea worked. His idea made me buy the wheat crunch. And he was so happy. It made my day. I was so happy because I knew that feeling that he was feeling at that moment, and I helped to create that. It was such a good feeling and such a great way to start my day. I paid for my wheat crunch. Like I said, it's not cheap. This is a 160-gram bag, and I paid $6.50 for it, but it's good. And I said to him as I left, I hope you sell out. He was so happy, you guys. He was so happy. So that made my day. Let's talk a little bit more about the wheat crunch, just to give you a rundown of some stats, okay? So this is organically grown on our farm, it says. This is from the, I'm going to say this wrong, Dosh Organic Acres, I'm going to say. So it's an organic snack. It's ancient grains. This is a family owned and farmed in Willow Bunch, Saskatchewan. You guys, this is a Saskatchewan product. Remember how I said they sell a lot of local products? We're supporting our own here, you guys. They have been in operation since 1960. Okay? They're not new to the game. They've been around. So they bring you ancient Coruscant wheat that boasts nutrients like no other wheat. It's roasted in cold-pressed high oleic safflower oil and seasoned. Makes a crunchy snack like you've never experienced before. Amazing taste. You'll be wanting more. I did. I wanted more, you guys. So it is, let's see. It's got less gluten than modern wheat hybrids. People with gluten sensitivity can often tolerate Coruscant wheat. Our healthy snack, non-GMO, nut-free, helps curb appetite between meals. Now, I haven't tested that theory yet, but that's what it says. Okay? So again, the ingredients: organic Coruscant wheat, organic safflower oil, organic ranch flavor. 3 ingredients, you guys. Now, each serving, they say, is 40 grams. So there are 4 servings in this bag for $6.50. Okay, 4 servings. Each 40-gram serving is 210 calories. That includes 9 grams of fat, 25 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber, 0 sugar, 6 grams of protein. That's a big one for me. I'm supposed to eat high protein. Now, yes, there's a lot of carbs in here. Yeah, there's a lot of calories in here. But this is much better than having like fries or something, right? You know, like a handful of this when you're getting a little munchy, getting a little hangry, right? You guys, this is going to do it. This is amazing. And again, it's vegan, it's nut-free, non-GMO. Obviously, there is some gluten in here, so if you're gluten intolerant, I'm sorry, not for you. But you guys, I'm telling you, wheat crunch, you have to try it. Now, the ranch, superior over the ketchup in my opinion. I am not sure if they have other flavors besides the 2. That's the only 2 flavors they had at Pitchfork Market. But I'm so happy with this purchase. He made my day. I made his day. It was a great day. Very happy with it. So this is the Try It Thursday. I tried it. Will you try it? Let me know. Have you tried it? Will you try it? Have you had things like this before? You guys, it's so good. I can't wait to have this when we watch a movie instead of the popcorn to see what it's like. It's yummy. So thank you guys so much for watching the Try It Thursday. See you in the next one. Bye.